Hey, beautiful people, it's Rickita, and I'm back with another video / podcast, you guys. Now, today we have Jaleel Mussington with us. I'm messing up everybody's name, but I got it right, Jaleel?
Yes, you
I
got it
got it
right.
right. And listen, he's out in New York, and I really like his style. I really like his vibe. So I think this is going to be a great episode. So if you guys are looking to purchase in New York, you really need to listen to this because he's going to give us the real on what's really going on. And then he's going to give you some steps, too, if you're a first-time home buyer, on what you need to do so you can actually go ahead and purchase your first home. So thank you so much for coming to my podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy to hear the whole thing, what's going on in New York. You hear everything over the news, like what's going on, so you can give us the real on what's really going on. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So as you mentioned, I'm from New York. Once again, thank you for having me. I am licensed real estate agent out in New York. I operate out of Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island, Nassau County, and Suffolk County, pretty much helping everyone that is first-time home buyers all the way to investors. And I've been licensed for about 4 years now. Before that, I was investing. So I own multifamily properties throughout Brooklyn and Queens and a few out of state as well. And then I decided that it would be easier for me to get my license in order to really, I just got my license to help my friends, my immediate circle. And it just so happens that, the word of mouth is very strong. And then other people just came to the circle and I was like, all right, this might just be doing this full time. So in that, I'm passionate about real estate. It's 24/7, eat, sleep, dream real estate. So it just works out that way.
Yeah, well, everybody always wants the hookup. As soon as they find out, you know what you're doing. You can do, you out here creating magic. They all want the hookup.
That's that word, magic. It's like, make work the magic.
Yep. Another thing, a lot of people don't understand too, like you said too, you're helping your friends. Some people, they just don't know like what's going on, and you can come in and just break it down for them easily. So tell us what type of clients you help outside of like the friends that you help or your investments. Like who else do you help?
I help a lot of first-time home buyers, buyers that have absolutely no idea about buying a house. They never thought about it. They don't have any family members to guide them. They were renting their entire life. They finally got some money saved up, or they got a new job and they say, hey, I want more space, or maybe the pandemic now, and they're like, what, I'm working from home. I need a branch out. This is not working. I want a pet. I need a dog. My landlord is getting on my nerves. Whatever the case may be. I help those clients and I guide them from step one. I hold their hand and say, hey, this is what to expect. This is what you'll face. This is how long the process will take. And these are your options based on your situation, and guide them from A to Z so that they can be successful, get to closing, get the keys, and get a new house.
Yes, and you got to make sure you tell us what is your social media, because I'm going to get into your social media.
Okay.
If you have to follow him. What's your social media?
You can find me on YouTube. It's my name, Jaleel Muss. That's JALEELMUSS. And it's the same handle all over, whether that's Instagram, Jaleel Muss, TikTok, Twitter, Jaleel Muss everywhere. You can find me, DM me, comment. I respond pretty quickly. And, let's just tap in together.
Yeah, so I was going through his Instagram, you guys, and I was like, dang, he really keeps it real. And when I say keep it real, there's a lot of people out there that's first-time home buyers, and the market is like crazy. People over here fighting over homes, they're overpaying for homes, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm willing to overpay, but I still don't get my offer accepted. And what advice, because we kind of went over, explain that advice that you gave to those people that's having a hard time finding their dream home. And let's put parentheses around dream home.
Yes, that's a great question. And like you said, Rickita, I always try to keep it real. A dream home technically doesn't exist, right? Because you're purchasing a house and you turn that house into a home. Mm-hmm. So you have to make it your dream home. And if someone built it, it's their dream, it's not yours. Mm-hmm. So what you could do is, don't try to look for the best house on the block. You don't have to look for the worst house, but look at the house that no one is looking at. Just focus on location first. If it's the area that you want to live in, based on the school district, based on the amenities around, whether that's the bar or based on just where you work, focus on the location, and then you can change everything inside the house, right? You could put that new cabinet.
There's so many people out there with debt so much debt, you guys, that they can't even get a car, they can't get a mortgage, they can't even get a credit card. Like, I mean, a $200 credit card. Some people can't even get a secure credit card. So that's why I created my exclusive credit membership, and it's only $1, you guys. So my exclusive credit membership, you guys will actually get the letters to delete bankruptcies, charge off, repossessions, any negative account that you have in your credit reports. I have the letter so you guys can get that deleted. But guess what? Just because you guys are a part of my exclusive membership, you can get all those letters. But say if you don't want to do all that work, I have it so that you guys can get free credit repairs. So that means I will actually start working to help you remove these accounts from your credit reports. And look right here, look all the results that my clients are getting. So definitely remember, you guys can join my exclusive membership for just $1. And I'll have that link down below. Or you guys can text SCORE 21,000 and you guys will have that link. So I'll see you guys in my exclusive membership.
That you want. You can have that smart TV, and that smart refrigerator. And then you won't be facing as much competition that's looking at the shiny house, right? With the new cabinetry, the new tiles, the new bathroom, and you'll pay less money, or you'll have less competition and less of a headache when you're dealing with the home buying process.
That is very true. Y'all always want the perfect house. Y'all make it perfect when y'all get in there, and then y'all get a nice discount. When I say discount, I mean, all that stuff that you're looking at, countertops, fridge stuff, you can finance all of that. You can get that done after you get your house, and you're not fighting over this house. You do not want to continue to fight, and then you just get discouraged. Now you don't even want to do it at all. Now, give us some advice to the first-time home buyers out in your market. Like, what should they expect? What's going on? Give us a little update.
I would say in my market, speed is number one. The main thing you want is to be organized, right? So in New York, it's rough, and everyone is bidding over the asking price. So be organized, have your documents in order, your bank statements, your W-2s, your pay stubs, verification of employment, all those things, your tax returns. That way, when it's time to make a move, you're able to just jump on the house that works for you. I would also say that, if you have the funds and you can, if we go too much into the weeds here, and do an appraisal gap, and you want to over asking, that's great. But more important than price is terms, right? Can you close quickly? Does your real estate have a good lender that could, get you a clear to close pretty quickly? How quick is that appraisal coming back? Also, shortening contingencies such as the inspection period, right? Instead of 14 days, can you make it 5? And negotiate those terms. That way you look more attractive, even if someone's offering a higher price. I've won deals offering a lot less price because our terms were better, right?
Yeah.
And I really try my best to figure out what exactly the seller wants, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of times, of course, it's money, but sometimes it's something small where, they may need to be in the home a little bit longer after you close. And someone could just throw a number out there over asking, but it's not really what they want. They're looking, but they have a pain point. Can you solve that pain point in your terms? And sometimes that outweighs what you pay in price. So for the first-time home buyers, it's like be organized and be realistic. It's your first home, it's a starter home, and find out, all right, I want the pool, the backyard, I want the open concept kitchen. But if you see this house in the area, can you make those things? Is the backyard big enough for a pool? And can you knock a wall down, keep the beam up, and make an open concept kitchen? Because to be honest with you, those houses that have it, that's move-in ready with the brand new renovated, you're paying a premium for someone doing the work. And the price it will cost you to actually do it is not what you're going to be paying in that premium when everyone's overbidding. So look at those other houses that no one else is looking at.
That is true. Now, what if people are self-employed? Do they have anything out there for those people that's self-employed?
Yes, that's a good question. So I work with lenders that provide no-doc loans or special loans for, self-employed people who do not want to provide tax returns. Maybe, you took too many write-offs, but, just your bank statements. If you want to provide or go through all of the headache that a regular 9-to-5 person will have to provide with the W-2s and the tax returns, we do have programs. We do work with lenders that can help you get qualified in a very, very quick time with just, bank statements, no-doc loans.
That's good. Now, I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm doing this. I'm getting this loan right now," and they're doing a no-doc loan. I'm even going to start doing that also. So I was like, "Dang, okay. Do they have that out in New York?"
Yes, they do.
I know that they had the ban right for evictions, and I seen that they actually extended that extended that out there. Do you have any advice for those people that's renting those properties on what they should possibly do?
Yeah, that's a good question because I mean I'm in the same situation, right? So as I mentioned before, I have multifamily properties. I have tenants as well. The number one thing is communication, right? So it is not a landlord versus tenant type of situation. You two should really be working together. Communicate, even if you were on the bad terms prior to. If you're a tenant, you reach out to your landlord and say, "Hey, I know I haven't been paying, but the government is offering this type of rent relief. Can we work together to get this money from the government so that you are made whole and then I have less stress, not worrying about the rent?" If you are a landlord, you reach out to your tenant too. Even if you reached out before, reach out again and just say, "Hey, I know times are tough. You're going through it. Maybe you lost some hours at work. Maybe you lost your job completely. How about we work together to fill out this rent relief program? That way you no longer have to worry about rent for the last 12 months and possibly the next 3 months. I get made whole. You get to stay in the apartment.
Don't forget, you only need a 580 credit score to buy a home. Some people can go all the way down to a 500 credit score. So all I want you to do is go ahead and click that link for my home buying program, and I'll help you step by step find a mortgage broker or find a bank to actually give you the money to get a loan, and then I'll connect you with one of my partners in the United States. So I don't care where you at. I don't care if you're in Georgia, Texas, Florida, Wisconsin. I don't care where you at. You can even be in Cali. Go ahead and click that link and join my home buying program.
The main thing is not a landlord versus tenant type of situation. It is you two working together, communicating to find out how you can get this money from the government. That's the bottom line. The landlord is frustrated because they still have taxes to pay. In New York, we still have to pay our water bill, maintain a property. The tenant is frustrated because maybe they lost their wages. Maybe they're just mentally drained from COVID and having to work from home now, whatever the case may be, but there is money out there. As of now, New York received billions of dollars that hasn't been distributed yet. So, apply for rent relief. You two need to communicate, tenant and landlord, work together to get this money from the government. So both sides should reach out and figure out how they can fill out this form, because it's not that long. It's not that complicated, so that you can work together. You can stay in the apartment and the tenant and the landlord can be made whole. And that's the best advice I can give, is just really communicate.
Yeah, communication is key for everything. And I was talking to him outside of this video, you guys. We was talking about how I always tell you guys, like, y'all need to tell us all of your business. Yes. Let us know what's going on. That way we can help you navigate through certain problems, because if you're hiding it, it's most likely going to come up. So it's best that you just tell us what's going on, so that we can go ahead and help you get around that. Like, I had a client that put some cash into their bank account. They put like $3,000 cash. Ooh. They don't like that type of stuff. Like, tell us, "Hey, Rickita, I got some money. I'm going to put it in my bank account because I want to use my down payment." So we can try to figure out what you can do. And in that instance, I was like, "Hey, just have your mom give you a gift of that money. Don't put that money in your account. Just tell us what is going on, you guys." And that's really huge. Now, with you you actually bought some multi-family units. Can you help first-time home buyers do the same thing that you did also?
Yes, definitely. I know a lot of programs. I know a lot of lenders that help purchase all the way from condos to 1 to 4 unit properties, even mixed use, where it's, maybe as long as 51% is residential and there's a storefront on the bottom. There's a ton of programs that can help you. And because I'm a multifamily investor as well, I take it a step further and run the numbers to make sure that this is a good property to buy. You're not going to be underwater after you purchase, that the rental income can exceed what the mortgage amount is, because it's more than just, your rental income versus your mortgage. There's other expenses. You want to put away money for vacancies. You want to put away money for capital expenditures, such as if the roof goes bad, if the boiler goes bad, maybe landscaping, garbage removal, snow removal. Mm-hmm. And because of experiencing these things, I want you to learn from my mistakes, and I'll just run you through all the things that could happen and how to cash flow properly when buying a multifamily property.
Yeah, cash flowing properly is like really huge. A lot of people want to buy a property and like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this property." But if you can get the right property and you are cash flowing properly and you can get in there and you house hack, you will really win, because now, depending on your situation, you can possibly be in there and be living free.
Yes.
So that is really huge. Now, I know we kind of went over everything. Is there anything else that's like, "Hey, Rickita, I need to tell you about this. This is very, very important." Is there anything else you can let us know about?
Yeah, I would say that, if you're shopping for a house and you're in contract, whatever the case may be, you know, you have to fight till you get those keys. Do not give up. I've had situations where, you know, things look bleak and the deal may fall through, but if you and your realtor know what you're talking about, then fight all the way to the end, because this is what you did it for, right?
Oh my gosh, you guys, look at these results that one of my clients got just from opening a self account. Now, this self account is amazing. So I have this account also. I paid $48 per month, and then after a year, they send me all my money back. But you know the best part? I'm saving money, and then they're reporting to the credit bureaus, all 3 credit bureaus, every month that I'm paying on time, which is really boosting my credit score, you guys. So definitely, if you don't have a self account right now, it's an installment account, your credit score is really low, get that self account. You're going to be so happy that you did it.
No bigger purchase than a house, and that first house can literally change your life, change your kid's life. So, you know, don't just say, you know, it's rough, I'm going to give up, I'm not going to purchase it. Go for it. Get started. I have a situation right now where I have a buyer that is qualified. I usually do my own like DTI, look, you know, beforehand, just to make sure everything is smooth. Got into contract with the buyer. We found the house, we did the inspection, we're almost there, and then the underwriter kicked back the loan and said they did not qualify. And I asked for a full breakdown. And, you know, usually we don't get to speak to the underwriter, but pull some strings. And they added additional taxes of $300 per month to this buyer. Now, anytime you add $300 per month, chances are the deal is dead. There's no way. And then after, you know, negotiating with the seller to put them on pause a little bit, I found out that the underwriter were calculating the taxes for New York City incorrectly. Okay. New York City, the way the market appreciates is a bit different than out of state, and it's not the same. So they were calculating based on purchase price, multiplying the to-be purchase price times 6%, and putting the qualification, you know, just out of whack. So after fighting for a couple of weeks, I finally convinced the underwriter that they were wrong. And now the buyer's qualified again. Their DTI matches up. So, you know, if I just took the no, awesome. Yeah, this buyer could have lost out on this property, and they're first-time home buyer as well. So, you know, if you just take that no, like it's not going to work, and you're done, this buyer probably would not shop for a house ever again. They told me they were done. But, you know, I fought for a little bit. I realized we were right, and now they're qualified. Now they'll be closing soon.
That's magic right there. And I was going to ask you to tell us a situation where, you know, you were helping a buyer and for some reason it was not working out, and there was a good one right there, and you actually helped save the day.
Yeah. So, you know, you have to know your market, you know, down to the tax code, down to like how the desktop underwrite. Listen, we're not mortgage brokers, but you still need to know every area of your business just so you can talk to it a little bit and you can see if something is off. With the appraisals, if it takes a while, reach out to get that appraisal back. Know every aspect, and like, you know, what we call a SOP, a standard operating procedure, to know this is next. Have a system in place. That way the buyer could get through easily, and, you know, they don't have to worry about the back end stuff as much, and you take care of that.
So if you got a great realtor, you can just sit back and relax. So definitely, if you guys go to New York, like, look them up. And if not, I'll make sure I have the information down below. Y'all go ahead and just sit back and relax. Tell him what y'all want, and he'll help you through the whole process. And like he said, too, he even help investors. Or even if you're trying to be a first-time home buyer, but you want to get, you know, up to 4 units, he can still help you with that, too.
And if you need your credit repair, you know, go to Rickita. And then if you're in New York, she'll send you my way. So, you know, make sure you get that credit right first. That's very important if you want good interest rates. So make sure you check her out so that, you know, you get your ducks in order before you come.
Definitely get the ducks in order. You ain't gonna be like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I can't help you out. Yeah. So tell us one more time, like, how can everybody follow you?
So you can check me out on YouTube. You can check me out on Instagram. My handle is Jaleel Muss. That's JALEELMUSS. That's on all platforms: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay, well, I'm very excited, you guys. Don't forget, go ahead and follow him. Like right now, go follow him so that you guys can get education, especially if you guys are in New York. Don't give up on buying. It seems like if you guys are going to give up, you might as well just get you a good realtor, and you already got one here, and just sit back and relax. Let him go through all the headaches, because it really is. It's a lot of stuff that we're not going to tell you about, that we are going to put out fires for, but you'll be able to sit back and relax. And with Jaleel, you'll be able to sit back and relax. So I'm very excited about that.
There's so many people out there with debt, so much debt, you guys, that they can't even get a car, they can't get a mortgage, they can't even get a credit card. Like, I mean, a $200 credit card. Some people can't even get a secure credit card. So that's why I created my exclusive credit membership, and it's only $1, you guys. So my exclusive credit membership, you guys will actually get the letters to delete bankruptcies, charge off, repossessions, any negative account that you have in your credit reports. I have the letter so you guys can get that deleted. But guess what? Just because you guys are a part of my exclusive membership, you can get all those letters. But say if you don't want to do all that work, I have it so that you guys can get free credit repair. So that means I will actually start working to help you remove these accounts from your credit reports. And look right here, look all the results that my clients are getting. So definitely remember, you guys can join my exclusive membership for just $1. And I'll have that link down below. Or you guys can text SCORE 21,000 and you guys will have that link. So I'll see you guys in my exclusive membership.